Alrighty, so I am back. We were just discussing how I went down a rabbit hole, the way it felt when the phantom brought me down, draining my energy, my emotional well-being, and my physical well-being. So let me tell you this. A little thing that I would like to say is that they try to get you to please them and love on them, just them. They just want you to feed their ego, like a supply. Like they demand supply for their ego. They demand the attention that you give, like to your child or to your pets or to, they want you to be codependent of them, is what I'm trying to say. But, so without further ado, let's go ahead and continue. The way it felt when the phantom brought me down, draining my energy, my emotional well-being, and physical well-being, it was exactly like Alice in Wonderland when she fell deeply where she was in the rabbit hole, when the rabbit jumped in the hole and she went to go see what was in there. Literally, she fell and she was in this world where she didn't know where she was exactly. She was flying down this big hole. And that's exactly what the narcissist does to us people that deal with this abuse. And so I fell deeply in the rabbit hole and was in an entirely different world. I didn't eat, sleep, and I wasn't myself at all. I was having hallucinations and I thought I was going crazy. It was probably one of the most scariest times in my life, besides the phantom coming at me, charging at me, and all that. It doesn't surprise me literally at all what they are capable of doing to your average person. After being treated by medical and mental professionals, I was able to come out of it. I literally cannot even describe the feeling of hallucinations. It was like I was on a whole other planet. The phantom is the demon that never stops. That is just the worst thing to do to anyone. I have come up and on top of the abuse now. It took a lot of self-care and self-love, like I said, but I continue to seek help from medical and mental professionals. Oh yes, did you know the phantom has a job, right? Well, it's an average paying job, and he never went to college, though I won't tell you exactly what he does. He would try to co-parent, quote unquote, co-parent, and pretend like he had a PhD, like he was a true medical professional, like he was a real doctor or therapist. Beloved, yes, it's true. He says he can help Tommy with his life struggles and be his therapist. I actually used his manipulation as a way to push me through college and get my medical license. I then became a medical professional, and the phantom didn't like how I wasn't giving him any attention. Whew, he would use that as an excuse to manipulate me into thinking I am worthless, like not worthy of such a great, grand career. It pushed me up into the medical field, though, from being a caregiver to becoming a medical assistant, to where I moved up in my career. And then with the phantom's manipulation and abuse, he kept insisting I wasn't good at the job I was excelling in, that he would take care of me, and that Tommy needs a good mom that stays home with her child and doesn't work. So this just describes how the control of the narcissist is, and they get into your psyche and they want you to literally please them and do as you're told, or they punish you. Yes, beloved, he tried to make me feel like a worthless person that couldn't do my job and that I was a shitty mother, even though I know I am an awesome mother, and he can never take that away from me. And believe me, he tried and tried with the courts, but he couldn't. The judge, I couldn't believe it. The judge looked at the phantom in the courtroom and said, I would be crazy to give you full custody of this child. This mother has proved without a doubt that she is an amazing mother and can take care of herself and your child. That was one of the most amazing days of my life, let me tell you, beloveds. I looked at that phantom, and he had a face of that tomato red and fiery, like fury was all over his face and was about to explode. And when I say explode, I mean it. He yelled right back to the judge, and he just left the courtroom. He stomped out. He was literally pouting like a toddler, and the whole courtroom just gasped. All right, so I will go ahead and continue this later. Thank you all for your love and support.